Hey, Terrosphere, it's Holly, Holly from Cape Cod Creatures. I almost said it was Holly calling, but I'm not calling. Um, so yeah, let's see. Not much going on. I'm gonna do like a few readings for you guys, I guess. And I'm not gonna be on for very, very long. I think I'm gonna maybe stay on for maybe half an hour, maybe. But it is all greasy. Oh my goodness. Hi guys. Hi Ivan. Hi Ms. Mitchell. How are you? So I'm going to be on for a little bit doing readings. Like I said, I'm not planning on staying on too long. It wasn't YouTube lagging. It was me starting the chat and then being like, shit, I've got to turn off the music and then I've got to lock the doors and then I've got to like do all the other stuff that involves having a store be closed. But yeah, so whatever you guys. Hello, guys. I'm so excited that you're all on here tonight. So yeah, I've got several decks with me tonight. If anybody wants questions, you know the drill, put them in the doobly. Yeah, but otherwise, it's just whatever you guys want to talk about. I kind of got all the stuff that I wanted to talk about out of the way the other day in that little impromptu chat. So, yep, I'm going to let you guys direct this one. Let's see. Oh, I almost forgot. I have to sage because I haven't done that yet. So I'm just going to set fire to that shit right now. And then, yeah, I'll let you guys start queuing up for questions. Again, put them right in the chit chat box. If you want to talk about something, you can go ahead and put it in the chat box. We can talk about, I got the Compendium of Constellations from Black and the Moon in the mail. I did her pre-order. And I'm glad I did the pre-order. But still, for what it was kind of expensive. Let me grab my lighter real quick. Hang on. All right. So, and the Black and the Moon deck. So I've got that. And then where's my Setting on Fire stick, which is what I call my lighter. Yeah, it was expensive. So, but anyway, I have her Arcana, the Arcana of Astrology. Is that what it is? I took it home. So I took it home, so it's not here, but it's the Arcana of Astrology or the Astrology Arcana, whatever it is that one's called. And then I was just like, oh, well, that's really nice. It was still kind of expensive for what it was, but I was like, well, you know, that's cool. So anyway, I had thank you, Ivan, for backing me up on that. But anyway, I have one of her decks, right? And I figured the Compendium Constellations was going to be like a same size. And then I was kind of like, I was super excited to find out that it was 90 cards. So I thought it was going to be like a tarot sized deck of 90 cards done in the same style. And while it's done in the same style, it's tiny, like super dinky. And I'm kind of really mad about it. And for the amount of cards, like for 90 of these cards, the card stock is really thin. It's a make playing cards deck, MPC. So the card stock is kind of thin. I mean, it's just like it's teensy. It's weensy woonsy. And I mean, I guess that's okay, but I'm not a fan. I wanted this deck to be bigger. So this is like, because the deck is so tiny, the artwork is smaller. I don't know. It's just like, I don't like it. So yeah, I'm going to pretend like I'm not upset about it. And I did pre-order. Yeah, it's like, I don't think I think my bird tarot is bigger and my bird tarot is super tiny. Let me just grab that. So yeah, I thought you'd be able to combine the two decks too. I wasn't aware that it was going to be so small. Yeah, it's like way tinier. So let me just close the box so you can see. Here's my bird tarot. And here's the Compendium of Constellations. It's even smaller than that. So I was just like, geezily crow. And this is a standard bridge size deck, and this is even smaller. So I'm going to pretend I'm not mad about it, but I'm a little mad about it. Especially for, even with the pre-order plus the shipping, I think I still paid over $50. So, because I was like, oh, $50 for a 90 card deck, that's totally worth it. But where it's so tiny, Like, come on. Like, I get that you're super trendy and it wound up in some magazine somewhere at some point, but like some of these indie deck people are just out of control. I've decided they are out of control as far as their pricing is concerned. And honestly, like if you're going to like, and because it arrived from MPC, it wasn't like anything special. I thought like, so it wasn't even like, oh, okay, well, like, okay, so yeah, it's $50 redues. But yes, honey, dollar redues. Because it's $50 redues, but like it's coming from an indie deck person, like at least let's make the packaging a little special. Like let's make it an experience. It's not even an experience. It's just like box, open, done. We're talking about this deck, Miss Mitchell. We're talking about the Compendium of Constellations by Black and the Moon. Claire Goodchild, her name is. Hi, how are you? Tarot Chica, is that how you pronounce that? I'm sorry, I'm really bad at pronouncing things. Or is that what you want me to call you? If you guys want to use like first names and stuff, if you could just put it in the chat things. Like I know Chris obviously and Ivan and Beata. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. So welcome to the chat. We're talking about how I'm upset about this Compendium of Constellations being like super tiny. And then I'm also doing readings. So if anybody wants a reading, right in the hi, Creative Coffee. Are you really getting cookies and milk? Don't tease me. Don't tease me like that. Breaking my heart. Super sad. But yeah, you can put little like they're your questions in the thingy on the side. Yeah, I guess ordering from her stockists would be the way to go from now on. I just like I can't even like I guess I'll just, if I really want her stuff that badly from now on, I'll get from Phoenix and Lotus and I'll order with I just like can't even. So what else today? So I've been hunting down, just so you guys know, I'm going to put out my little feelers through you guys. I've been searching for a copy of the Dame Darcy Mermaids deck, 2nd edition, specifically 2nd edition. So if anybody has or knows of a copy of that deck, preferably in good condition, untrimmed, I would love a copy of that deck. And I am just putting it out to the universe that I would love a good copy of the Dame Darcy 2nd edition Mermaid Tarot. So there you go, universe. I'm gonna let you handle it. I'm gonna manifest that shit like you wouldn't believe. So anyway, yeah, it's just I've ordered 2 decks from her. The experience was just meh each time. And honestly, I'm having a really hard time reading with her astrology arcana. I don't really get too much off of it, but I'm not into astrology, so I guess like I could frame some of those cards. I know. I know that I already know the salt about Dame Darcy, but I have reasons. So if if anybody has a copy and they don't want the salt, they have salt about the 2nd edition and are willing to part with that deck, I am willing to give it a good home, which, I mean, my home is still salty. It's, the nature of living by the sea, but if anybody is super salty about that deck and they happen to have it and they no longer want it, I am willing to give it a good home. But yeah, you know what I have salt about right now is this hardware on my purse like falling apart. Okay, so so yeah, I am aware of all the salt and the drama and whatnot surrounding that deck. So it's not like I'm going in blind. I know what I'm signing up for. Yeah, the new cardstock is just, I'm not, yeah. Oh, are you talking about the Dame Darcy, the new Dame Darcy? So she's got it. The 3rd edition has updated cards. And it's got 22 new cards, and apparently the printing is a little fuzzy and whatnot, and apparently like she's fixed it, but I don't know, like some people say she's fixed it, some people say she hasn't. I would prefer just for quality to have the second edition. I don't know, I'll probably get the third edition too at some point, but so yeah, like I said, if somebody has that deck and they know of the drama and the drama has made the deck unusable for them, I'm happy to give it a new home. So let's see, what are we doing? We are reading tonight. So I have my Idiosynchro deck, Wild Unknown. I've got my Heart of Stars Tarot. You don't think people can see chat? No, there's only like I don't know. Can everybody see everybody? Because so far it's just been me and Ivan kind of going back and forth about the salt about Dame Darcy, and then Ms. Mitchell, I asked if the cardstock was Darcy you were talking about, or whether you were talking about the do I ever use just Oracle? Yeah, I use just Oracle all the time. But it depends on the but it also, like I said, it depends on the deck. Some decks are like way too teensy weensy to use as just, oh, I don't always combine it with tarot. No, sometimes I'll just pull an Oracle card. But yeah, it depends on the deck. Like I have one Oracle, the Oracle de Reflet. I use that on its own all the time. And then I want to start using Oracle of Echoes. I heard that's a good deck to use on its own as far as reading. Hold on, I gotta do this. Okay, there we go. I was like way down, like my chair keeps sinking. I think it's time for a new chair. The hydraulics in my chair is just like, could also be that it's time for me to eat less ice cream. But let's be honest, that'll never happen. So yeah, no, I use Oracle on its own all the time. But it depends on how big the deck is, and it depends on what kind of deck it is too. I mean, I'm not about to take a Super Happy Hug deck and do a Celtic Cross with it. Like that's just pointless. You're gonna but yeah, that is and I'm turning the sound on my phone off now so that way I'm not being rude to everybody. Okay, there we go. All right, so does anybody want a reading? Like I said, if you do, just stick your questions over there, and I've got some decks with me. We'll use some of those. And if you want to use Tarot or Oracle, you can let me know. And I've got like all these decks back here as well. Somebody had asked me if I used this one, the Ritual Abuse Tarot, a lot. I haven't used this one yet. I used it for a reading exchange. I do like the way it reads. I don't like the way, I didn't like the spread that I got in the reading exchange. And I think that hurt my reading with it. But I haven't really used this one that much. But I do have this one on offer tonight too. Ritual Abuse. Oh, I forgot. I gotta set fire to my leaves. So let me do that. Because we've got some bad mojo flying around here lately, and I do not like or want. I don't know what it is. Like retail just attracts like the worst. It brings out the worst. It attracts the worst. I think that's kind of why I want out of it's kind of like I want out of retail, and I want out of it so bad. Like I'm just tired of like the ickiness, and it just seems like people involved in it are just like unfortunate stuff happens to them. Like my neighbors just like they just came in a little while ago. Their daughter died and they don't know why. They found her this morning. So, and she was young. She's like my age, so like that was really sucky, and I don't know, and they're super nice people, and I just feel like every time, like I feel like all the, like I get, like it's not just everybody, but I just feel like retail attracts like the worst mojo and karma, and I just don't want that in my life anymore. So like I super cannot wait for the store to sell, but in the meantime, like saging the shit out of it. Like I cannot even. So like that was interesting today. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, it was awful. Like I can't even. So like we're not going to talk about it because I need to process. But yeah, we're going to get the bad mojo just out of here. I just ugh. So anyway, let's do some readings. I've got the sage in the Palo Santo going, and even a little bit of cinnamon, so that's super awesome. But yeah, retail is just like, I don't know what it is. Oh, and you're right, Ms. Mitchell. Reading exchanges are tricky sometimes, and I feel like I didn't get really like I was guilty of it too because I didn't get that was the exchange happened while I was in the hospital, but. So the feedback that I gave probably wasn't the best, but I give decent feedback. Like I go paragraph by paragraph, and I got like a little blurb of feedback, and I was just like, okay, well, I don't know if this is. I thought, and I give a decent reading too. I like to think, but anyway, that's 6 of one, half dozen of another. But yeah, retail, it attracts the worst. It brings out the worst in people, both behind and in front of the counter. So I like to kind of clear the energy in here before we do readings, and I didn't have a chance to do that yet either tonight. So that's happening now. We're going to let the sage do its work. But anyway, who wants readings? You never feel satisfied. Oh, after an exchange? Where are you doing exchanges that you don't like them? I do them on Eclectic in the reading circles because like I don't do them, very rarely will I do them in the reading exchange form itself, but they have a reading circle exchange where it's like a monthly thing, and they're very strict about the kind of feedback that you receive. So oh yeah, on Facebook groups, no. I don't bother doing readings on Facebook groups. You're just asking for trouble as far as that's concerned. As far as feedback's concerned, you get like a hey, thanks, thumbs up emoji, and you're just like, okay, well, did you like your reading? Was it accurate? Like like I don't know, like I can't improve if you don't tell me whether or not it was a turn. And they're just like, you never see them again. But yeah, Eclectic is it's pretty decent. Like I said, when you sign up for Eclectic, when you do 25 posts and then wait, like it's either a couple of weeks or a week, you can start posting in the reading circles. Like you can sign up for those. You can also subscribe for instant access, but if you just wait and post a few times on some other things, like you'll get access to the reading circles. I find that those exchanges are pretty decent. Most people, and I'm again totally guilty of it, like because you get a month to do the reading and leave feedback. Most people like cut it down to the wire, but the readings are always decent. But yeah, no, Facebook's a really bad place to, well, it's not bad, but it's not really very heavily regulated. So I feel like you kind of get cheesed a few times as far as feedback's concerned. Oh, yay, Lisa. I can't wait to see it. Like, I'll be on there soon too. I actually put a pause on my stuff. I put a pause on my stuff for Eclectic for the summer, just because it gets so busy here. And I was like, I can either do my Facebook lives, I can either do my YouTube live chats, or I can do reading exchanges. And I decided that I would rather be with you guys. So I'm not going to be doing exchanges there for the summer, but I will see you there hopefully come the fall, or if this place sells, I'll see you there sooner. But yeah, anyway, again, if for anybody that's just popped on, we're doing readings tonight. So if you want a reading, you just post your question in the chat box, and I am happy to do a reading for you. Let's see. Did anybody? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. But yeah, Yeah, it's the videos. I think that I like the live videos a little bit better than I like the exchanges. Just as like as from a giving the reading standpoint, I find it takes on my part less energy. Not but like in a good way, because I'm not spending like even sure. Go right ahead and ask your question, Lisa. Doing these, it's like, first of all, it's more like conversing. There's more of a give and a take and a flow during the reading. It's a little more back and forth. And then I don't like, if I'm going to write down, if I'm going to do a written exchange, it takes me like all day, because I'm like going back over, and like when I write things, I'm very picky about, I am better on paper than I am like live and spoken. So like I go back, I check sentences and grammar, and I, change up wording, and then I research like all the cards and stuff again, and then I like go back, like I nitpick and change it up, and like so it takes me hours to do one 3-card reading, and it's just, this is much easier. Oh, I'm glad you like them creative coffee. Anything for you guys. Aw, one of my customers is like waving at the door, and I'm not letting him in here, so I don't want to let him in here. But anyway, which writing projects should you commit to? Sci-fi trilogy or ghost story? For that, I have to go with my Heart of Stars. So let's see. My desk is a mess. I've got a thing on fire, and then I've got like a half-eaten bunch of grapes you can't see, and like I can't even handle this desk right now. And I had new cookies come in yesterday. There was a cookie massacre. I couldn't, like, they just shipped really poorly. So half of those, my invoice even melted. Like I can't even. So my desk is like covered in ridiculous things, and I was just like, I got that bad news, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm done for the day. Can't even handle it. So we're doing, for Miss Lisa, which writing project should you commit to? Your sci-fi trilogy or your ghost story? So I'm choosing Heart of Stars because it's a pop culture deck, and I love pop culture, but I figured if you're writing pop culture, if you're writing and contributing to the pop culture zeitgeist, we should use a deck comprised of the pop culture zeitgeist. All right, so we got a good shuffle. We'll do a little hand over hand. Da, 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 da. Oh, that reminds me. Rebel deck. If you guys don't have a Rebel deck yet, now is the time. They've got free shipping going on, and they just got new cards. Well, it's the same deck, so it's all the same cards that you're used to seeing, but they're coded now. And you bet your ass I ordered my deck today, because I was just like, what? Because I love my original Rebel deck, but I'm retiring her because she's getting all scratched up from the shuffling. But now they have new ones that are like they're coded, so they don't get all scratchy, and they're more easily shuffled, which is nice. And apparently they're a 1/4 of an inch smaller. But anyway, I just cannot wait. I'm a big fan of Rebel deck. Those girls created something really fun and special. And to be fair, every time I use that deck, it just like, the card draw is so relevant and ass kicking. Like it's just good. I don't even think they realize how special the deck that they created is. So, all right. I think we're good with shuffling for Miss Lisa. No, now we're good with shuffling for Miss Lisa. No, maybe a little more. Okay, one more. Oh, Ivan, your flattery will get you everywhere, Ivan. Okay, so I want that one for you. And this card needs to come out. And this card needs to come out. Okay. So you got the 4 of coins. and I forget who this is, honestly. Like, I want to say it's Ebenezer Scrooge, but I am not. I am almost certain that is Ebenezer Scrooge, which would make sense for the 4 of coins. And then you got the 3 of cups. This card just loves coming out of this deck. It just loves, it's just like whatever, whenever I use it, it's just like 3 of cups. Oh my God. And I think it's probably telling me that I also need to see Mamma Mia because I haven't seen it yet. And then you also got the 9 of cups, which is Disney. So let's see. So the 4 of cups, it indicates being in a good financial place, and it also indicates somebody who is probably got a little too much, like a little too controlling, a little too penny pinching, or a little too tight-fisted, where letting things happen is concerned, like kind of a control freak. Like, it's very control freaky. And then you've got the 3 of cups, and these are book meanings, by the way, you guys. I always like to do the book meanings. When I do these readings, I always kind of like to do a little bit of the book meanings before we kind of delve in, just so people know what's going on, especially if you're a beginner watching. I actually really would have loved some of the people that do live readings and stuff if they were like book meetings, but by the way, also. So 3 of Cups is very much like a celebration and happy times. It's positive. Here you've got, I'm not familiar with the scene out of this movie, but like the jubilation is like, it's clear. It's getting together with friends. It's celebrating something. And then number 9, the 9 of Cups, is it's called the wish card. It's about success and happiness, and like you're kind of pretty much almost where you need to be. You've got everything at your feet. It's like the fairy godmother card is what my tarot teacher used to call it. It's kind of like something awesome is coming your way. So from these 3 cards, whatever I would say, out of the 2, you've got one that's kind of like you feel like, so to me, this, like, these 2 cards indicate the 2 different things that you've got going on. One of those, like the sci-fi trilogy or the ghost story, out of the 2, one of them you're very like controlling over. You're very exacting, like you're kind of tight-fisted where it's concerned. You don't take other people's ideas in and out, and writing for it is kind of laborious. You feel like it's going to pay off in the long run. It's probably going to be the more successful of the 2, but it's not the one that you like to work on. Amy, yay, hi, you're here. I'm so excited. And then the other one, you just love writing. You absolutely love writing every second of it. Like, you love it more than you love the other one. It just, like, it flows easier. It feels less like writing and more like just putting down an old story you've heard a million times down on paper. It's kind of like I would say that it's the Mickey Mouse card comes from Heart of Stars Tarot. It's an out of print deck that is all the cards are from like scenes from movies and TV shows and stuff, and it's amazing, and I love it so much. It's my precious. But anyway, so yeah, I would say you've got a decent choice. Like, you've got a hard choice between the 2. But this one, I would say that the 9 is like the wish card. Like, everything's kind of at your feet. Like, I would say one of them is closer to completion than the other. And that should probably be the one that you work on, honestly. And when it's finished, it'll free up a lot more time for the other one, but one of them is like way closer to completion than the other one. So I think that should be the one that you work on. That's what these cards are saying to me. Also, but the other thing that I would say too is, because you have a cups heavy versus you've got 2 cups and a coin. The cups is definitely more about emotion and feelings, where this one is a little more grounded. I would work on, it could be more emotionally beneficial for you to work on yeah, I mean, one of these stories you're just more in love with, and it's pretty clear, but I don't know if that's the one that you're closer to finishing. but that should probably be the one that you finish first. Okay, and then I also want to pull for you. I want to pull Sacred Creators for you. I've actually finally started to sit down with this book. Because who is it, Marjorie? She's got a channel on YouTube as well, but Marjorie did a video on it. I finally watched her Sacred Creators video, and I know, I feel inspired to pull Sacred Creators for you, especially like you're a Sacred Creator. So these cards really do speak to people who do artistic and creative things for a living. So I want that one for you, and then I also want that one for you. Okay. What one should you work on first? All right, so apparently there's one that you really want to work on first, and you're just kind of asking for like permission to work on it first. Because you are the muse, and what's your honest truth? And there's one you want to work on more than the other one, and there's nothing wrong with that. You should do that one. Yeah, I mean, if you're more excited about the ghost story, then write the ghost story. My question to you is, are you on a deadline for either one of these? Because if you're on a deadline for if you're on a deadline for the sci-fi, like if you've got a publishing deadline or a if you've got an obligation to finish that one, it would probably behoove you to finish the one that you've got an obligation for. But if you're just writing them for fun and like just to self-publish and you're not under anybody else's timeline, you do the one that you want to do. What's your honest truth? What story do you want to work on right now? So those are your cards. Ooh, Amy, I bet you'd write a good murder mystery. Anybody else would like a card reading? Am I getting all these messages? There seems to be a lag. I don't know. Let me see. Where's my mouse? Yeah, I mean, if right now you're feeling the flow of the ghost story, then you should go with the flow. Go with what you're writing better. But I think because both of the storylines kind of showed up in your reading, I think that is kind of like a little like, hey, don't get like so like, don't half finish things. So both should be finished at some point. But if you're having more fun writing one, then write that one that you're writing. That's fine. All right. So would anybody like a reading? Where? Just post your question in the thing. Yeah, I mean, you got the Three of Cups for that story that you're working on, that like clearly you like it better, and you're kind of you're super excited about it right now. So if I were you, I would like strike while you're hot. Like Amy says, strike while the iron is hot. All right. So if anybody else wants a reading, please feel free to put your what have yous on the in the doobly-doo chat box. That's the word. I'm sorry. Like my brain is just mush tonight. So yeah. Let's see what else is going on. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. I have no idea. Nothing too much. Oh, I backed a Kickstarter the other day. I'm still like on the fence about how it's going to. Oh, well, now you have to write the ghost story. Where in fictional New England is this fictional town? Also, am I in it because I need to be in your story? I'm just saying. I'm such a no, don't you dare put me in that story. But unless I get to be unless I get to basically be the card reader from Courage the Cowardly Dog, unless I get to be like the Gypsy Chihuahua, I don't want to be in your story. But until like, oh my God, oh my goodness, so good. Amy, did you do, where did you sign up for it? What core card, what course? Which one? Which one? Okay, so, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see. To answer Ivan's questions, I just filled out my Brady Tarot Backer Kit survey, so that's exciting. But that's going to be a long way. It's going to be a long way off before that. Before that happens. Apparently that's set to happen in December. I've got a, I did Mystic Mondays Tarot. I backed that on Kickstarter. I backed the Dorisa Tarot. I don't know, Ivan, if you haven't seen, I don't know how into furry culture you are, because I think that's probably where that started, but the Dorisa Tarot is a hidden gem on Kickstarter, and you should probably back it, because for $60 you get a deck and a custom wooden box. So you should probably back that one. Like the box they got their sample box in or something, and it's gorgeous. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. And if you're on Eclectic, he's putting up in the tarot deck creation part of the forum, he's putting up like previews of some of his cards. So the art is beautiful. It's like, it's got a ton of character. It's not like super in your face, for like, it's actually like some sort of made up, it's a made up species, and I haven't seen it yet in the furry community. So, but I'm not like, I make the masks and stuff for furries, but I'm not like super into furry culture. I don't know that I would say that I definitely don't identify as a furry, but I enjoy the art and I enjoy making the masks. So if anybody's curious, that's actually why my channel is called Cape Cod Creatures, because I do that as a side business. I don't know if he has an Instagram, but you should definitely, like I said, you're a member on Eclectic. Just pop over there. It's just in the Drake, Draque, I believe is his name. And yes, Creative Coffee, I will use the Ritual Abuse Tarot for you for how to kickstart your work on ethics, or how to kickstart your work ethic for a project you've been neglecting. So I did see your question. I'm not ignoring it. Oh, and Amy, no, I don't think he has an Instagram. That was you, Amy. I'm sorry, not Ivan. I got so excited talking about it. But anyway, let's see. Actually, you know what? I have to spend some time in the studio tomorrow making mask blanks. Wait, is tomorrow Saturday? Look, what's today? Today's Thursday. So I have to spend time in the studio on Saturday. The days are just bleeding together. Oh, yay. I would love to come out of the fog, but again, only if I can be like the Gypsy Chihuahua on Courage the Cowardly Dog, because she's amazing and I strive to just be her. All right, so what was I doing? I'm putting away. I'm being a neat person, and I'm picking up my messes while I make them. Well, I, for one, cannot wait to read your ghost story, because I love me some ghost stories. So let's see. So let's see. What else did I back? Oh, I backed Arcanus. That one should be happening at some point. Hi, none of your business, lad. I would love to know what that is a reference to. Oh my God, that might be one of the best names I've seen so far on YouTube. Am I able to read both hands? You'll have to, I don't know what you mean by that question. Can you extrapolate for me? Would be amazing. I read cards, I don't read palms. I don't read palms. Let's see. Okay, so we've got, what am I doing? Okay, so this is for Creative Coffee, and it is how to boost your work ethic for a project you've been neglecting. Oh, the shuffle. Look at that shuffle. Look at that shuffle. So good. I love shuffling. Okay. What am I doing? Here I am. Okay. Sorry, I messed up all my windows. I'm fixing them. Yes, I use tarot cards. I don't do palm reading. I would love to learn palm reading someday. I used to do a little bit of palm reading when I was an angsty teenager, but I'm not even sure I was doing it right. I mostly would just predict doom. Because I was an angsty teenager, and that's what angsty teenagers do. Basically, I wasn't having a good day unless I read somebody's palms, and then if I was reading somebody's palms and ruining their day, I've never experienced somebody else focusing their energy through my cards, but I'm not disinclined to I'm not like disinclined to, like, I'm not going to naysay it. If you want to send your energy to a deck of cards while I do a reading for you, you go right ahead and do it. I have seen in this lifetime too many things to discount anything. So let's see. All right. Oh my God, Lisa, you're going to make me the creepy gypsy chihuahua. I love it. I love it. You just became my favorite. All right. So for Creative Coffee, let's see. I want that one for you. And I want that one for you. And I want that one for you. Okay. All right. So for the Ritual Abuse Tarot, you received, what the hell, man? This deck loves to give me court cards. I hate court cards. And Amy, whatever class that you're taking, I would love to take that class with you, by the way, on court cards. I don't know why I said that so angry, but like I think I'm angry that I got court cards. So I'm just going to draw a couple of clarifiers as well, because I need those for court cards. Not that I like need them, but it's helpful. And I got more court cards. Son of a bitch. Okay, so the first card you received was the Four of Pentacles. Again, about somebody who is like kind of comfortable where they are, but also a little too controlling, a little too worried about, you know, losing that control. And then you got the Knight of Cups combined with the, I need old lady glasses. Holy shit. 5, 6, 7, 8 of Swords. That is an 8. So you got the Knight of Cups and the 8 of Swords. I like the Knight of Cups. Like, he's a chill figure, kind of. Like, he's not quite where he's going. He's not like quite where he's supposed to be going, but he's also he's not quite where he's supposed to be going, but he's also not like, he's not quite there yet, but he's got a good head on his shoulders, and he's gonna get there. But the 8 of Swords is also, and so you got the 8 of Swords trapped. That's being self-trapped. So I mean, and then you also got the King of Wands and the Page of Cups. And these two are just making faces like they don't want to work, honestly. So like I'm gonna read their faces rather than the meaning of those court cards. So I think for this is like, you kind of know what you have to do and you're just not doing it, and you just kind of have to get over yourself. Whatever it is that is blocking you, like, you've kind of created this own trap in your head, and I think you just maybe need to take look, I know you don't want to work. I know you don't want to work, but you got to suck it up. You got to do it. Because like you've got the Knight of Wands chasing you down along with the Page of Cups, and I don't like is there a deadline or something for this project? Because this guy looks like he's kind of waiting for you to be finished. Like and this guy is really into whatever it is that he does normally. And then this just looks like you not turning in your work. like I just like this is like the face on this just cracks me up. I love it. Like yeah, like there's like I don't know if you work well, like if you're a procrastinator and you work better under pressure, but you've got some sort of self-made creative block going on, and I don't know how you're going to get out of it, but I think we'll pull for you to figure that out. We'll pull an Inner Star. The Inner Star is good for like kind of creative blocks. I actually really do like this one for that. And Business Lad, I saw your comment above. I didn't get a chance to read it yet, but I will in a second. Let's see. How is she going to unblock this? Yeah, this is just about you being blocked, really. And is there somebody kind of actually, you know what, with the four of Pentacles, is that guy like kind of got like is he tight fisting control of this project? Like is he being like, hey, what you doing? Are you finished? Are you done? Like is he kind of like, is he like trying to micromanage you like over your shoulder? Is he like, hey, what's going on? You finished that project yet? You know, because it's due almost. Blah 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 blah. Like is he kind of like up in your face about it, or like, hey, can't wait to see that project? That's probably what's blocking you, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if tuning that shit out isn't, yeah, you think you're tuning him out, you think you're ignoring him, but his little stupid little nagging voice, sometimes like the little micromanaging can block us in ways that we don't even realize. I call it the clean your room effect, where somebody's like, hey, you do that thing yet? Like your mom's like, hey, did you clean your room? And you're like, I'm not going to clean my room, Mom. Is kind of like, you know, you don't want to do it because somebody told you to do it, basically. So you end up procrastinating, you fight against it. It's like a subconscious thing. It's like if somebody exerts some kind of parental control, people who kind of grew up with that. I mean, like, really, can we even right now? like I'm not going to do that project. I'm going to drink wine. I'm going to drink wine and I'm going to hope it goes away. Is kind of like, it's so good. Oh, look at that too. This is the card that you pulled for the so I think we got down to it. This is the card that you pulled for your Inner Star. It's protect your energy. I think you don't realize it, but I think you're letting that guy's like kind of micromanaging energy kind of get all up in you. Hi Sierra, how are you? And hi Deshan, how are you? So I think that's what the problem is. Yay, see what chit-chatting does? It brings you, it's like a little, it's a conscious stream. It brings you to where you need to go. So yeah, I think you're letting that guy's like parental, like helicopter parenting energy. Like I think it's blocking you from wanting to do this project at all. So I think that's why you're procrastinating. So I think you need to maybe sit down and do like a clearing and maybe a little protective meditation, like maybe go through your chakras, clear them out, and then see if that helps you want to work on this in a way that you want to work on it, and like stop listening to that guy. Even when you think you're not listening to him, I think you're listening to him. So that is my advice for you. Yay, cards. Thank you. Also, if we could stop with I pulled you 5 cards and like more than half of them were court cards. So ritual abuse, if we can stop with the court cards, that would be amazing. Like 1, fine. I got 1, but Yep, try meditation in a clearing. Maybe set an intention that you're not going to let that guy's energy bother you or block you so much. You know, I think that that'll help you a whole lot. All right, so let's see. Where did you go, Mr. Business? Yeah, oh my God, Ms. Mitchell, yes, clarifiers are amazing. They're fantastic. Sometimes, like if a card doesn't make sense to me, I'll pull a clarifier, and the two cards together tell a story way better than the one card ever could, except for when it's a court card followed by another court card. And I know I need to learn them better. And then, okay, none of your business lads said, I could try reading you, but it wouldn't work, and you can read me with my own cards. Okay. That I've never tried that before. Open to it, maybe. I don't know. You'd have to explain to me a little bit better how that would work. It's an interesting premise, though. The court cards. Yeah, the court cards, I like to say that they're like, oh, the court cards, there's only 16 of them, but joke's on us because there's 16 fucking meanings per card. Like, seriously. It could be a person, it could be a message, it could be that a situation has taken on a personality of its own, it could just be situational, it could just, like, it could mean, like, it's, I don't know, like I don't know. But anyway, I don't know why I did that, because it frustrates me so much. Anywho, next person, I'm going to do, you know what, it's 7:30. I will take 2 more, and then we'll call it a night, because I did want to kind of go home and put some stuff on the grill. Yeah, sometimes I read the court cards. It's like, sometimes it's a little, it depends on the question, I guess. Did you just Rebel Deck yourself? I love Rebel Deck. Oh, Amy, did you see that they got their new cards with the coating on? And oh my God, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. I ordered my copy. Well, I didn't order it yet. I actually messaged them about ordering it, but I have a feeling by the time that the day is out. So I lied a little bit earlier about having ordered it, but by the time the day is out, I will have ordered my coded copy. So that'll be awesome. Like, I was kind of like, ooh, I saw the picture, and like first thing I was just like, I need that deck to live, because my Rebel deck is all scratched up. So yeah. Anyway, if anybody wants a reading, you know where to stick your question. But yeah, I just, so what did your Rebel deck say? What did you mean you Rebel decked yourself? Explain, lady. Explain. You spent 4 hours in the ER this morning? Oh my God, are you okay? Are you all right? Like, everybody is just like, this is not a good day to be a person. Are you all right? Did you hurt yourself? Well, good. I'm glad I make you laugh. Yes, I backed the Arcanist deck. I actually got 2 decks plus his book. No, did I do that one? No, I did 1 deck, his book, and a print. I think that's what I did for him. But I loved his Kickstarter. It was so much fun, and it was so cute to see. It's like the old school 90s, like Samurai Jack kind of. Yep, Deshan, you can absolutely get a general oracle card. So, all right, so Deshan, for oracles, I've got Spirit Cats, which is in this velvet bag, which is that kitty one that I used. Was it last week? I've got the Amethyst Oracle. I've got let's see, what do I have that's oracle-y? I've got, oh no, stop falling over. My books are falling over. So I've got the Inner Star Oracle I just used. I've got, oh, you know what I have? It's not an oracle, but it is like, it's major arcana only. I've got the Hokusai with me today. I've got the, what are we doing? I've got Rebel deck if you need a Rebel deck. I've got the Dog Tarot, but I'm still not really well versed in it. You think I'd be well versed in the Dog Tarot by now, considering what it is that I do. I've got the Flowers of the Night Oracle with me. Oh, you already answered. Never mind. You want Amethyst Oracle. We can do that. Sorry about that. I'm just like going on, and you're just like, bitch, I already answered you. Like, stop listing all your shit. Like, I'm good. Okay. The anime looking one? What anime looking one? This one? Flowers of the Night? That was the last one I held up, I think. Okay, I'm gonna do Amethyst Oracle for you, Deshan, and then if you meant Flowers of the Night, I'll pull that for you as well. I'm not exactly sure what shadow work is, as defined by the rest of the tarot community, but I think that if you're a balanced reader, like a reader that doesn't always read positive, you're going to read it. You're going to do shadow work naturally in conjunction with regular deck reading. The Hokusai. All right, we'll pull you a Hokusai. I love this one. I'll do a Amethyst and a Hokusai for you. All right, so the Hokusai deck is an Ilmenna Gello deck. It's they're handmade, and I believe these are Glyces of his original work, and then they've all got like this. It's basically they're very collectible decks, and they're all gorgeous. His artwork is amazing. He's like an 80-some-odd-year-old man just like making tarot in Italy. All right, let's see. Oh, working on your deepest flaws and your soul. My soul might be my deepest flaw, I think. Oh my God, that's a horrible thing to say. Oh my goodness. I mean, to be fair, I love that Supernatural where Sam doesn't have a soul, and it's amazing. Like, it's like really one of my favoriteest. Like, he would kill you for a cheeseburger, and then he just goes, yep, I would. And it's so good. Some of my favorite episodes. All right. So anyway, Deshan, we'll pull you a general Hokusai, and then I'll pull you a Amethyst to go with it. How does that sound? If you give it to Shanna Hokusai, she'll want an Amethyst to go with it. All right. I think we're good. I think we got a good mix. Yeah, that's awful. My soul is my deepest flaw. That cracked me up. Okay, so you got the Star, which is an amazing card to get. So if ever there was a card to get, it would be the Star. So hope, new opportunity, self-care, like just awesomeness. And then we're going to combine it with an Amethyst Oracle card. Let's see. They have, she has a playlist for shadow work. I will check that out. Is it Kelly Ann Maddox, correct? There are a lot of Kellys. There's Kelly from The Truth and Story. There's Kelly Bear, who I absolutely love. And then there's Kelly Ann Maddox. And I feel like there's a couple of other Kellys. There are too many YouTube channels and so little time. All right. So for your Amethyst for you, I like this one. Labyrinth. Okay, so you got the Star, but you also got Labyrinth. Okay, so you've got a little work to do on your path to the star. I mean, so you've got like a little bit of a journey, but I feel like you're just coming out of this labyrinth, especially with some of the work that we've already done with you. I think that you're coming out of like your place of being like, shit, I don't know where to go. I'm lost, like jumping up and trying to peek over the labyrinth to be like, how the fuck do I get out of here? You're kind of done with that. So I don't see this so much as a going into the labyrinth as I see you coming out of it. So I think we should focus more on the star for this reading. I mean, this is just, it's a fisherman. So I think the thing to remember about this star card is that, you know, fishing, especially in ancient Japan, was hard work. You had to go out and you had to work for it every day. You may or may not get what you are out there originally hoping to catch. So I think it's, you know, this is just like, yeah, you're at the star. This is hopeful. You've got new opportunities for all of this, but like, don't forget, like, don't rest on your laurels, I think is kind of the message that you're getting from this card. Like, don't think that like the work isn't over. You're going to have to work at it a little bit every day for probably until the end of time, which sounds stupid, but we all have to work a little bit at our own happiness every day until the end of time. But like, you're getting there. Like, if you're not already there, you're getting there. So you've got some smooth sailing to do your fishing in. So that is your reading. It's literal, you went fishing. I love that you went fishing. That is, well, it's certainly, if it's not food for thought, it's certainly the quote of the day, Creative Coffee, that the soul is the biggest flaw. But you didn't hear that here. I will deny that ever came out of my mouth. Let's see. So Sierra Grove created a shadow work journal. Yeah, Amy, I'm with you. I still don't really get it. I feel like if you're doing tarot, you're already seeking to work on yourself. Like, usually people that are doing tarot, like, yeah, some are just like, oh, I don't know what the future holds. But people that take it seriously are already, like, I feel like you're kind of already doing it. And again, if you're a fair and balanced reader, it's not social work. Oh my goodness. Shadow work is incorporated into your regular readings to begin with. Like, I would almost consider, Deshan, I would almost consider the readings that you have had over the past few weeks, including the one you got today, like a little bit shadowy, because it's kind of like, well, here's this what's going, but you got to work on this. So, oh, Ms. Mitchell, you said you wanted a Rebel deck reading about what energy to bring on your vacation. Okay, we can do that for you. And then... Yeah, Amy, I'm with you. Keeping it real readings are kind of like, they're the way to go. And I think naturally you just do shadow work as a part of keeping it real readings. Let's see. Sorry, I'm scrolling through all the conversation to make sure I hit everybody. Creative Coffee. Oh my goodness, that's so sassy. I'm not saying that my soul is flawed, because clearly I am perfect, but oh my goodness, that's horrible too. But yeah, no, I I was just trying to be funny. Hopefully, I'm glad that it worked. And I gave you all something to talk about too. Apparently I think my soul is a flaw. That's fine. Yes, I should do way more shadow, but you're right, I should do way more shadow work. I do definitely have some stuff that I need to work on as far as that's concerned. Let's see. All right, so Ms. Mitchell, we will do that Rebel deck for you. And anybody, if I skipped over you by accident, guys, because like there was a chunk of chat that I missed while I was shuffling or chatting or doing whatever, please put your question right in the sidebar right over there. Happy to do it for you. All right, let's see. So Ms. Mitchell wants, I'm sorry, I keep calling, I know it's Mrs. Mitchell, but again, my neighbor, Ms. Mitchell, like, that name is just, oh, I'm super glad you agree I'm perfect. I'm gonna stop now because I'm gonna attract some bad mojo. Like the universe is gonna be like, bitch thinks she's perfect. Let's prove her wrong. Oh no, I do. Oh, I do. Everybody needs to do shadow work. If shadow work is working on stuff, like everybody has stuff they have to work on, and like don't even pretend. Yeah, we're not even 100%. But if we're going by so we're not sure what shadow work is. But if we are going by the premise that shadow work is working on yourself, everybody has work they need to do on themselves. Nobody is ever at a point where they're all done doing work on themselves. So, that is a Sisyphean task. So anyway, yeah, you need to keep doing work on yourself. Let's see. All right. So not looking at your card, Ms. Mitchell, what energy are you bringing on vacation, or what message do you need? Because these cards are more about messages than they are about energy. So what message do you need for your vacation? All right. I like this one. And then the deck naturally opened up to this one. Okay, you got 2 messages. Okay, so let's see. All right, I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat, seeing what I missed. Yeah, Sierra, like shadow work can be really heavy stuff. What about Trump? Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Oh, that feels nice. The air conditioning turned itself off tonight, so let's see. I love looking at shadow card readings just to see what it reveals. Okay. So, Ms. Mitchell, your 2 cards, I'm sorry about that little pause. I just wanted to make sure. The people that really need shadow work are those who are oblivious. Yeah, probably. Yeah, those are the people that I think would need it most. But the people that are actually doing it are those that are willing to work on themselves. So anyway, Ms. Mitchell, your reading, so you got 2 cards, and the first one is shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive and let that shit go. So shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive and let that shit go. So whatever that's about, you'll know, because that's the way Rebel Deck operates. And then also drop the ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. So drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. And then yeah, so those who didn't know, you had a fight with your brother. What sounded bitter? No, that doesn't sound bitter, but I think that's like the people who really do need shadow work are those who are oblivious to their issues. Like you're right, you're absolutely 100% right about that. Again, if we're going by the premise that shadow work is working on our own personal flaws and issues and things that we need to work on, people who think they're perfect are, like, as much as I've joked about it, like I know I'm not perfect. People who think they're perfect though are those that are never willing to improve themselves, and by nature, like they've got the most issues and they do need the shadow work the most. You're absolutely correct. I'm assuming that you think your brother needs shadow work because siblings are the worst. So yes, Mrs. Mitchell, I am so sorry, but this is what Rebel Deck decided that you needed to hear before you go on vacation. So I'm guessing if you address these 2 things, you're going to have a much more relaxing vacation, and vacation will do what it's like. It'll be more like you'll be able to actually relax on your vacation if you just handle these 2 things. I don't pretend to know what issues the Rebel Deck likes to speak like towards. I'm not gonna like, these messages are for you. Handle them however you need to handle them. And Amy, it's okay. Like, if you want, we can commiserate about crap siblings, because, you know. Oh my God, priest should quote Rebel Deck. I would go to church more. Take me to church. Oh, speaking of, wasn't there oh, what's his face? Ricky Martin? No, not Ricky Martin. Martin Astley. Martin Astley just released, was it like a year or two ago, just released a new single. Like, he's coming out, it's like he came out with a new album or something, and you're just like, holy shit, Rick Astley. Like, it's amazing. And there's one song about going to church or something, but it's just like, oh my God, like, that man's voice. And then he's also like, he's grown up now, so his music isn't like, never gonna give you up. So, like, it's much better. Like, oh my God, it was like, I was just like, ooh, goosebumps. So it was amazing. But anyway, good. I think that is what. Oh no, vacation with your mother. That's not a vacation. That is being grounded. Like, that is being grounded. Vacationing with your mom is not vacationing. It is being grounded. Anyway. Oh my God, so good. Anyway, I love, oh my, like, can I just, I did just rickroll the readings, didn't I? Just a little bit. But I mean, seriously, if you've heard his new album, I haven't heard the whole thing. Like, he released a single, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just buy the album when it comes out. But then I completely forgot about it until just now. So tonight I will buy the album. But that single was like amazing. I was just like, Jesus Christ, who are you, and what have you done with Rick Astley? But anyway, oh, and I got rickrolled so hard the other day. So hard. I cannot believe in 2017. In 2017, I got rickrolled. Like, oh, I cannot even believe I fell for it. It was like a promotional like poster or image for what looked like a Jesse Pinkman centric sequel to Breaking Bad, and it was like, click this link for a trailer video, and I clicked it, and it was Never Gonna Give You Up, and I was just like, I cannot believe this just happened to me. Like, I just cannot. Like, I was just like, oh my God, like, I got rickrolled in 2017. That should be, that's my, you know what? That's my motto for the next, that's my, hi, I'm Holly. I got rickrolled in 2017. Okay. Oh my goodness. So, oh my God. Well, doing grandma stuff with the little one. Okay. Well, if she's doing grandma stuff, then hopefully that's like, she can do grandma stuff and you can have a margarita. But yeah, I think it'll be all right. You'll be okay. She's going to have some unsolicited parenting advice and all that stuff. But anyway. Okay. Does anybody else need a reading? Because it is 8 o'clock. And if, like, I can't believe we're still getting rickrolled, right? It is June of 2017, motherfuckers. Like, I cannot believe we are getting rickrolled. It just, and I would love if they ever did an updated version of Heart of Stars. Rickrolling needs to be a card in there. What card would rickrolling be? Rickrolling would be the 7 of Cups. It would just, that is what it would be. Yes, absolutely, Sierra. You may get how can you be more awesome? Okay, Amy, we'll do how can you be more awesome? And then Sierra, you absolutely can get one. Would you like to put your question over in the side? All right, Danita, you're the last one though. All right, so we've got Amy going first with how can she be more awesome? And then Sierra is her, is so just like a general how to handle the next few weeks from Spirit Cats. And then we'll do Danita and for a card for her sister. Okay, Amy, any particular deck you'd like this out of, or is it dealer's choice? So I think we'll Rebel Deck you because awesome. You know what we'll do a combo. We'll do Rebel Deck and Inner Star because I have really been loving Inner Star. I don't know what it is about this deck. I mean, it's a very pretty, this isn't really me. Like, this is like a squishy, like pretty, floofy. I don't know. I just never pictured myself as like a floofy deck lover, but apparently I just love the shit out of this deck. Damn it, girly things. Just damn it, girly things. Okay, so we'll do a Rebel and an Inner Star. We'll do a balanced reading. We'll do a kick in the pants and then a hug after the kick in the pants. I'm gonna call it the Sour Patch. First they're naughty, but then they're nice. Oh, first they're sour, but then they're sweet. Is that what it is? We'll give you a Sour Patch reading. All right, I just want to shuffle these up, and I'm going to pull your Rebel deck first. I cannot wait for the new Rebel deck cards. That one fell out, so that's the card you're getting. Oh my goodness, this chair is so stupid and awful, and I hate it. Ugh. Okay. Oh no! That is quite the card. I'm sorry in advance. Like, I am so sorry in advance for the card that you got. Oh, Creative, are you going? Okay. Well, it was lovely to see you on here, and I absolutely cannot wait to see you next week. You know I love when you pop on. Don't forget, our soul is our biggest flaw. Aw. Bye, Creative. Anytime, kiddo. You know where to find me. Floating around, doing shit. I think I'm gonna take Amy and Deshan's advice, and I'm going to trademark Sour Patch readings. Provided that that's not in and of itself a Sour Patch, like a trademark infringement. Okay. Oh no. Okay. I am so sorry in advance. This is your, like, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just gonna do this. I am so sorry. Don't be mad at me. Also, like, seriously, this is the one that fell out of the deck. This is yours. I am so sorry. Please don't stop being my friend. Like, I cannot even. Damn it, Rebel deck. Like, oh, it's so mean sometimes. So for those that couldn't read it, or if I was being too shaky, or if it was out of focus, it says I can't even concentrate because I'm laughing. It says you equal tight ass, and then it says loosen up because control freaks don't get laid. Like, what the hell? Like, that is like the meanest. That is like the meanest. You got the meanest one out of the deck. Like, that deck gets pretty mean, but I think that might be the meanest. Oh my goodness. And then this one is activate your mind. So maybe this combined with this is like rethinking rethinking ways to be a little more diplomatic about some of the stuff that you tend to be a little controlly about. Like, maybe it's like maybe thinking about ways to reframe or rethink about the things. Like, why are you feeling so like controlly about those things, and thinking about ways that you can let them go. But I think it's more about like, you've got like releasing that emotional control like apparently coming at it emotionally, like it feels like you've probably been doing isn't working for you. So it's time to sit down and like logic the shit out of this. So I think maybe coming at it from like I said, a more logical, like mathematical, scientific, sterile standpoint about like, why do I feel controlling about this? And like kind of do like a mathematical proof. No, you're not a control freak. Oh no, I don't think that's the case. I think that there's just maybe some stuff that you care too hard about. is how a posi traction reader would phrase that. Also, oh my goodness, I can't even believe that deck is so mean sometimes. But yeah, I think maybe it's time to like do mathematical proofs. It's like, here is this thing I care too much about. I care too much about it because of this, and I like this because of that, and this because of that. Yeah, I think it's time. Like you said, exactly. It's time to tap into your inner Spock. Like seriously, just put on your pointy ears and Sheldon Cooper the shit out of this. Okay, so we did Amy, and then who was next? After Amy was Sierra. Were you next? I'm scrolling up. Yes, Sierra, you were next. What was your, you wanted an oracle reading about handle the next few weeks from Spirit Cats? All right. Do you want a Rebel deck too? Apparently Rebel deck is like got some extra juice. Amy, for you, anytime, my dear. We can, and again, like, please, like, don't blame me. It's the card that fell out of the deck. It wasn't even like I was shuffling just fine, and it was just like, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for that in advance. Well, not in advance, in retrospect, I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. Sometimes some of these things, it's a good thing that you guys have a good sense of humor about things, because damn it, Rebel deck. Okay, so the next few weeks we will do Spirit Cat card, and then we'll combine it with a Rebel deck, because Rebel deck is like dropping some truth bombs tonight. Rebel deck is like all up in our shiz. All right, so you need, this is another two-sided deck, so I don't like to look at it when I shuffle, which makes it look like I'm rolling my eyes because I'm too cool to look at it while I shuffle it. Okay, so here is your Spirit Cat. Ooh, that one's pretty. You got a pretty Spirit Cat. And we'll do a Rebel deck. I'm just going to give it a little shuffle. Just kind of mix it up a little bit better. Just so cool. Like, I can't even, like, I'm never gonna look at these while I shuffle them. Just not even gonna. Here they are. Look, this is me not looking at them. And that was me shuffling horribly. I don't think that was a message for you. That was me being overly dramatic. Hey, look at the one I dropped. Like, oh my God. Okay, Rebel deck, we got the message, for fuck's sake. Okay, honey, I'm doing one more after this, and then I'm coming home, I promise. Oh, the Spirit Cat deck, it's totally worth it, and it's totally handleable. It's like 20 bucks plus shipping. Get it. Do it. I'm an enabler. I'm not going to tell you not to get it. Just get it. I actually sprung for like the kit, and the kit comes with a velvet, it's like 30 something, and it comes with a velvet bag, a piece of amethyst, which is much bigger than I thought was going to be, this really cool brass key, a little like yes or no flip coin, like a wooden flip coin. Like, it's super cute. No, I don't really read for Baldy. He's an atheist. He's very skeptical about this. Yes, the kit was totally worth it. 100%. I love that I got the kit. All right, so let me pick out your Rebel deck card. Okay. This message is a little more tame. All right, so for you, you got the Guardian Cat. And this is her. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's Lavendriel, I think is how that's pronounced. She stands sentinel, a gentle yet protective force. She can help guard your mind against negativity, defeatism, and delusion. She is a shield that only allows the words and actions of people with compassionate intentions to reach the depths of your being. She keeps your true self safe as you journey into the depths, seeking understanding and healing. She's a master space holder. Lavendriel will hold your hand in her paw as you cry, as you dance wildly, and as you merge with the all, as you dissolve and evolve. So, me too. I'm an atheist. Like I'm with you. I'm an atheist. I consider myself to be a spiritual atheist. But Baldy is like staunch. Like he is an atheist. He was an atheist of the most obnoxious caliber when I met him. Like, and we've both calmed down in our old age, but like he just does not believe in this, and that's fine. But he supports me as I do it. He's basically one of those like, not my cup of tea, but whatever makes you happy, I'll absolutely 100% support you in. And then the Rebel deck card that you got was get some fucking sleep. You're being an ass because you're fucking tired. Face to pillow now. So these two, to me, say that you've probably been having a little bit of trouble sleeping, maybe some nightmares kind of a thing. So I don't know. Like, I think maybe like sleep for the next few weeks is definitely going to be helping you. But if you find yourself having nightmares or having trouble sleeping, I think this is like, she is a reminder to kind of be grounded and to do some energy work to block yourself, to kind of like protect yourself from negativity and from like, you know, like maybe do a little dream work, like lucid dreaming, like dream meditation kind of stuff to kind of help yourself not have those nightmares and get more sleep. But yeah, that's these two for you. Okay. And then we had, who was next? Danita, you were next, and you want a card for your sister. Is there anything in particular? I'm glad that was helpful, and that's Rebel deck, like dropping some truth bombs, like get some fucking sleep. As a matter of fact, go to bed right now. It's 8 o'clock. Put on your it's old lady bedtime. Put on your pajama pants and go to bed right now. So Danita, was there anything in particular, like for a card for your sister that you wanted, or any specific question or arena, or like a general reading? So we can narrow this down and handle it. I'm just going to put that away. Oh yeah, and this was so anyway, Sierra, this was the bag. This is the brass key. This is the piece of amethyst, which was, like I said, it's really big. How to approach your relationship with your sister. Okay. Is it, I'm guessing you two are either a little estranged, or you're having a fight, or it's a strained relationship. I just dropped my amethyst. Oh my goodness. I'm just dropping everything tonight. Let's see. What oracle deck would I use for that? Because you wanted an oracle card pulled, right? Mrs. Mitchell, are you having old lady bedtime right now? Like, okay. Well, I will see you next Thursday, because we love that saying. Good night, Ms. Mitchell. Okay, so Danita, I don't know that I would do, I kind of want to do a tarot card reading for that. I don't want to do an oracle card reading for that. I'll pull an oracle card for you as well. I'll pull you a Rebel deck too. But I feel like that question, is like how to improve your relationship with your sister, or how to handle your relationship with your sister, is more of a tarot thing than it is an oracle thing. So I'm going to do my Burbs Tarot, and I'm going to go to my Burbs Tarot because my Burbs Tarot is like my best tarot, and it's really good at these kinds of readings. But you'll get a Rebel deck too. Oh, everybody's getting a Rebel deck today. We all need a little slice of Rebel deck in our lives. All right, let's see. I love this little birdie deck so much. So I got my wholesale quote, you guys, today for the birds deck, by the way. So I am that much closer to wholesale, to being able to sell this deck if you like it. I'll probably put up a Shopify with it. So it's super excited. Like, I'm super excited because I love this little deck. It's so cute. It's actually really helped me to improve my tarot reading because it's like the one Rider-Waite-Smith deck that I can actually identify with. But it's a great little deck. It tells the truth, and it tells it in a way that makes sense. So Danita, your sister, and your relationship with your sister. So in the future, Danita, if you pop on next week, if you want a more in-depth reading about this, I have a great spread for this, but it's like a little too late to do the mirror spread tonight. But I'm happy to do one for you next week if you can pop on a little earlier, or we can arrange to do something off here if you need something a little bit better. Okay, so I got the Queen of Pentacles. Is your sister old enough to be pregnant? Like, is she old enough to be like pregnant and hormonal, or like some sort of like, or is she, like, because this mirrors the Empress like a whole lot, and like the especially this version of the, because it's almost like she's holding her belly and being like, burr. So I don't know if she's just like extra hormonal or moody or something's going on there, or if she's just super into the material things. That's the other kind of thing that the Empress, because I pull the Empress for one of my sisters a lot, and she's super into like material possessions, and that's where a lot of our personality clash comes from. Like, she's into makeup and purses and shoes, and like that's all well and good if you're into that, but I'm not. So like we tend to butt heads a lot where that's concerned. So like the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles strike me as people who are like really into like the here and now, and like their stuff, and they're like, they've got that Empress like mothering, but also just kind of really like material possessive energy to them. And then I got the Ace of Swords, which is I like Ace of Swords energy. It's like a new, like it's like a new huzzah emotional thing like coming through, like hooray. But it also, this one is also like just get down and cut down into the matter with it. I don't know if you've ever really sat down with your sister and talked about your issues, like the issues that you have between the two of you, to like try and get to the bottom of it. But now might be a good time, because you also got paired with the Wheel of Fortune, which has to do with, you know, fate and big pictures and a turning, like cycles and coming, like, you know, like I think if you just sit down, my hair is like all up in my face. I think if you just sit down and maybe like have this conversation about what you're talking about with your sister, like if you just like sis, we need to sit down at like a table and we need to do this in a mature and loving way, but I think we need to have a real conversation about our relationship and how to improve it. I think you're going to see a turning of the relationship going from you know, like this cantankerous kind of combative, like, you two don't get along and you don't understand each other kind of a thing. And because the wheel is all about turning in cycles and like good and bad and up and down and dark and light and the transitions from that. So I think if you actually sit down and have a real conversation with her, you'll see a transition in the relationship. And I'm going to pull one more card to see if it's a positive change, because, you know, sometimes people don't handle those conversations very well. Sometimes they handle them much better than we would expect. So I would like to say that it's a change for the positive, but we'll pull a card just to maybe see how that's going to turn out for you. But I think it's probably a good idea that you sit down and have a conversation with her. Be like, look, we're sisters. I want us to get along. I want us to find some common ground. But like, I also want to know, like, why are we so combative? Like, let's hash this out. Don't do it over margaritas. That never ends well. Like, seriously, it never ends well. I'm gonna pull 3 more cards for that. Okay. All right, so here is where we see kind of a little bit of a difference in personality for your sister, where we have like the Queen of Pentacles, again, like that Empress energy, that mother, but like super, like, I call it material, like not materialistic, but like 5 senses. Like she's more into like almost hedonism, but not quite. Like, again, material stuff. I think for you, we've got the King of Cups. This is more about emotional things and emotional and spiritual mastery. So this is kind of like, so I could see why you two would be butting heads, where she's, again, more about like the things and you're more about the feelings. And I think this card also speaks to approaching the talk that you have with her with a sense of emotional mastery. Like, you cannot come at this like all over the place. You cannot come at this like Page of Cups or Queen of Cups. Like no crying and emotions and like out of control and like, how could you and we don't, and like, it's okay to have that cathartic cry at the end, but again, like, have your emotions, but have them in check too. Like, you want your emotions to be your ally here. You don't want them to be your enemy. And you got the 9 of Swords and you got the 3 of Wands. So I think this talk, while you're going to be dreading it, because that's what this one is about. I like this one because it's like nightmares and dreading, but it's more like imagined nightmares. It's more like you're going to blow this up in your head to be like this big thing, and you're going to absolutely dread it coming. But the 3 of Wands is very promising. When you finally do sit down and have this talk with her, I think it'll be cathartic for the both of you. So that is my reading for you for that. And then your Rebel deck card. Your Rebel deck card is just going to tell it like it is, in a less gentle way, probably. Damn it, Rebel deck. Yep, that's right, honey. Don't come at it, bro. Okay. So I'm going to give this a good shuffle. But yeah, I think, like I said, the 9 of Swords indicates to me that like it's not a very, she's seeing your ex-boyfriend. First of all, ew, gross. Like, I am sorry, but like, I would not date no man that has been all up in my sister. Like, that is like, ugh, gross. I don't even know. That is some like Jerry Springer bullshit right there. Like, I just can't, ugh. Like, it's so immature of me. That is so immature of me. But it is, like, it's so immature of me, but I just like, ugh. Like, ugh. No, thank you. Like, I just, ugh. Oh my goodness. It's like that, like Ace Ventura. Do you have any, like, hey Ace, do you have any gum? It's none of your business, Dan. Like, ugh, no. Like, it's none of your business, Dan. It's like, your gun is in my hip. Like, I just really don't need Pinkle is Einhorn moment. Like, no, gross. It is just, nope, don't even. Okay. Oh, you know what? You got a good rebel deck. Here you go. Laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? So I think maybe that is part of the problem, is maybe you and your husband need to sit down and, you know, maybe watch a little Ace Ventura and have your moment, like Einhorn is Finkel, Finkel is Einhorn, like have your like, this is so gross. Like maybe like it's not a fun situation, but I think maybe finding the humor in it might be the best medicine for you and your husband anyway. And then as far as your sister is concerned, that is a whole different beast. You need to have a conversation with her, like a for reals conversation. It's clearly indicated here, but again, like I said before, your emotions are your ally, not your enemy here. Like you need to school them and master them, and they will certainly help you have this convo. But I think really this situation is like, try and find the humor in it, because that's what's going to help you and your husband get through it anyway. Because if that's the problem, then I mean, like, you know, I think if one of my sisters was dating one of my ex-boyfriends, me and Chris would probably like laugh our fool heads off about it and then go get cheeseburgers. Like I wouldn't let it affect my relationship with him, and I don't think he would let it affect our relationship. But yeah, I think, and honestly, like it shouldn't affect your relationship with your sister either, because bros, like, sisters before misters. Like, what is it? Uteruses before deuteruses, as Amy Poehler likes to say. But yeah, I think again, it's just, I think you need to find the humor in this, and then realize that your sister is free to make her own mistakes. And in the meantime, like, you know, have a conversation with her about like, this shouldn't get in the way of our relationship because this is silly. So anyway, yeah, sisters are dodgy. It's just the way it is. But again, sit down and have a real conversation. Like, it's just, I have two. I am one of three girls. So like, I get it. Like, we're shitbags. It's just kind of the way it is. We do dodgy shit. We do sneaky, passive aggressive, ridiculous stuff. And then eventually we regret it. And then we're too sneaky and passive aggressive and ridiculous to say that we're sorry. So I think that maybe you and your sister just need to, like, you'll have your conversation. You realize that you're still sisters and you still love each other. And then she'll apologize for doing all that dodgy shit. And then at some point you'll steal her shoes, because that's what sisters should do. All right, so I am going to call it. Like, oh, good, Danita. I'm glad that I hope everything does work out for you, though. I honestly think that you'll be okay. Oh my goodness. But yes, exes are exes for a reason. And you know what? She'll find out why he's your ex soon enough. I mean, really, Wheel of Fate, Wheel of Fortune. Like, anyway, like, okay. So I am going to beat feet, you guys. And because I have to go, it's 8:30. Maybe I won't make dinner. I think Chris will be mad if I don't make dinner. Oh, Ivan, you're still hanging in. I thought you might have gone home. Oh my goodness. So anyway, Danita, Deshan, Sierra, Amy, Mrs. Mitchell, Ivan, everybody who was on tonight that I haven't mentioned. I know there's a ton of you. Mr. Business, that's what I'm going to call him from now on, because I love that. Like, Mr. Business. That is a good name for a cat, by the way. If I ever get another cat, we will name him Mr. Business. Baldy, I will be home in a second. Lisa, it was wonderful to see you. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else that I missed. I don't think there's anybody else that I missed. Was there anybody else? Creative Coffee was on earlier, but they had to beat feet. But yeah, just everyone. It was super awesome to see you, and I will see you. I might do a rando reading like I did this week, but if not, I will see you. Lord Business? No, I don't think Lord Business is like perhaps right. I think again, Mr. Business, because you've got the two syllable words, and Lord is just one syllable. So I think Mr. Business works well. I don't know. I like things even. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I will see you later, and you are all awesome. And oh, for Arwen Lynch, because I promised her I would at least some point. Back to the Void. So anyway, watch that interview if you haven't seen it, and you'll understand. Back to the Void. All right, bye guys.